Hi, this is Nick George with Cloud's Diamond Sharpening. Just going to show you a demonstrational video on servicing a Wahl Lister Stablemate horse cattle clipper. Here we go. So here it is. I take blades that look like these. What you need to look for on the blade is make sure this is okay and it's not worn out. If you don't oil your blades or use this little oil hole right here, and then you wear these out and you wear this out. You don't want this to wear out. You don't want it to wobble. You want to make sure these inserts are not wallered out, so when you put the cutter on it, it doesn't wobble left to right. This customer takes good care of his clipper. And then you want to make sure these aren't wore out because they hold the comb blade and you don't want it to wobble left to right, which it doesn't, so that's good. So this is a blade I sharpened. We'll test it at the end of the video. I believe this clipper's loud. That's what the customer says. Alright, I had to plug it in. Alright, we're all done. That sounds good. Unless I ship it back. No, I'm just kidding. That sounds horrible. So most likely it's the gear that's broken. We'll take it apart and find out. The cord's good. What you want to check for on these is there's also a reset switch. If you overload these clippers, it blows the reset switch, and once you blow that reset switch, it usually always generally pops out, and you'll have to replace the reset switch or learn how to solder over the connection to bypass the reset switch, which you don't really need a reset switch in America because we have breakers, but if you want to do it right, you should replace the reset switch, and that's what I usually do. So then we look at the head. There's no damages to the head. I notice there's a chunk missing out of the gear, and that's the problem. So we'll replace the gear. Take the cam off, make sure it's good. It can wobble forward to back because there's a little play. If you notice, there's a little groove going in it, so this is not that bad though, so I wouldn't even recommend replacing this yet. And it doesn't wobble left to right, so there's not going to be much play in the blade when it moves. So see, there's barely any play, so this is going to sound real nice when it's back together and running again. You gotta take this gear out. Sorry, I had to help somebody. So usually I put this in a vice grip and just beat it out, but we'll try to do this for the video. So sometimes that bearing comes out, and that's not the best thing you want, but it's not totally bad. So basically what I would do now is put this in between there like this. See how it's in there? And then I'm going to beat it out with a punch. So I'll be right back. Okay, so basically I got a vice grip here. Make it big enough for the gear, and then put these pliers in it. Get a hammer. And some kind of punch. I can't find my punch, so I'll use a screwdriver. Put this there. You can put zip tie around that if you have to. Things are, I believe, $65 just for the gear. They're very expensive, so oil your blades. Sorry, phone. Take it and hammer it in very nicely, gently. Whoop. The camera. So there we go, there's that. It's in there. Put the cam back on. And you can use a socket if you notice. You can use a socket on that. But I'm just real gentle and put it on the teeth and put it in between the ridges on my pliers. And you don't have to tighten these very tight. Just get a little snug. And then always show it some love. Give it some oil. Every moving part loves oil. And bolt the head back on. Give it a whirl. Well, might as well service it because that's part of the service. So we'll go ahead and do that. Take it apart, take off your seal there that blocks the wind to cool the blade down from the fan. Right there. It goes around this outer edge and goes around in there, and then it blows air through these little ports to keep the blade cool and blow hair away from the clipper. Take off the switch. Because sometimes there's hair in there and you want to get rid of that, but there is none on this one, so that's fine. Take off this back part, take these two screws out. Okay, you see the armature there, the armature commutator. It looks a little dirty, so get your diamond stick, get your trusty air hose, and spin it with the fan. Thought I seen a screw fly off. There you go. Now it's nice and clean. It'll run nice and smooth. Make sure this little thing this seal is around the bearing, or it'll make a lot of noise. And this, it's basically keeps it from vibrating. Make sure your brushes are good. I can see they're good. Here's the reset switch. Here's the switch. Here's the cord. So, pretty neat. And plug it in and make sure it runs, and make sure it don't catch on fire or shock you. Okay, and then you put your seal back on. And you take a flathead screwdriver and see the seal, I just pop it back in there. And then when you turn it on, you can feel air blowing out. You feel it? Oh no. It's not. And I put a little bead of grease. Not too much because you don't want to get it all messy and full of hair. Sounds much better. Now we'll put a blade on it and it should cut. If it doesn't, it's going to be super embarrassing and probably some other sharpener sharpened the blade, not me. I'm just saying. Just kidding. It'll work fine. So what I do is I usually tighten it all the way down and a freshly sharpened blade. See, there's the line. It's all the way tightened down. I go 3 turns back. Most shops do 2 turns. That's a little tight for me. I'll go probably 4. 3's nice, but 4's even better. If it cuts at 4, then that means the tension is real super loose. So that means you're going to have all these adjustments to go down until it gets down, almost down to the spring's gone. And then you need to get your blade sharpened or you're going to be buying parts. But let me get some string here. Go back one more. Yeah, still cutting. So that's five turns back. This blade's not even warm at all. There, like that. There. Put a little oil in these holes. A little oil in there. I need another bottle of oil. I'll be right back. Alright. Alright. There's a Wahl Stablemate, made by Lister. Cattle blade. Some people use it for horses. But there we go. That was so much fun. I hope you guys had a wonderful time. As much fun as I did. And if you look down the blade, it's perfectly straight because this is good. These posts are good. The cam's good. And when you notice it's running, it doesn't wobble. Doesn't cut my hand. It's so bad they'll cut your hand. And there you go. Here, let's do 6 and just see what happens. That's amazing. 6 turns back. Watch. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's some nice cutting right there. 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't really like 6. 6 is a little loose, but that's good. It cuts there. That means my sharpening machine is really good. Alright, well, don't take it from me and don't take it from the video. Don't even take it from other customers. Just try me and then leave a good review when you like the work. Thank you. Have a nice day.